Good evening, folks. Jeremy Peoples, the Jeremy Diamond. We are here at Eagle Park in Tatum, Texas, where the Tatum Eagles are hosting the new Diana Eagles in a playoff warm-up game. Both these teams winning their district, and so looking for some good competition going into playoffs. And so we'll start with the batting lineup for the new Diana Eagles here. We'll see leading off for them will be Mason Sherman. Batting second, Justice Hankins. Batting third, Levi Green. Batting fourth, Remy Roundtree. Batting fifth, Colton McDowell. Batting sixth, Keaton Bogue. Batting seventh, Caden Robinson. Batting eighth, Aiden Hamilton. And batting ninth, Landon Melton. Defensively for the Tatum Eagles,
designated hitter number 11, Cole Bullard. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 22, Cody Hines.
For the Tatum Eagles defensively, that is not them. Let me fix that.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, hey, tonight pitching on the mound is number 12, Tristan Berry. His battery mate is number 7, Jackson Prince. Over at first base, we got number 10, Cannon Smith, and batting in his place will be Colt Bullard, the DH. At second, as usual, we have Cody Hines. At shortstop, all-world shortstop Cooper Whitus. Picking up third base is Tucker Anthony. Left field is Dustin Hinnigan. In center, we have the leadoff man, Grant Adcock. And in right field, we have Caden Tatum. And, yeah, just an interesting thing tonight, Eagles versus Eagles.
Yep.
And then not only that, we have pitcher number 12 versus pitcher number 12. That's not going to get confusing whatsoever.
No.
It's I'm sure we're going to keep it clear all night.
Yeah, we will. Oh, absolutely. So, all right. So here we go. Again, I think this is going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, both teams coming in at 19-6, right? New Diana 19-6-1. Both teams district winners with 10 wins in the district.
All right, we're going to go to the PA for the national anthem. All right, folks, welcome back. Jeremy Peoples, Jeremy Diamond. Getting ready here for the first pitch. Again, Tristan Berry, the sophomore, on the mound for the Tatum Eagles.
Man, I gotta say I love these Tatum, the uniforms. Just something about that classic, kind of almost white, just maybe a hair off, right? It's a good look with the green, easy to read numbers. Always a bonus for us as broadcasters, and we can see numbers well. But again, two great teams. Both teams 10 wins in the district. Both teams 19 wins on the season, and so a good tune-up for both teams.
Absolutely.
Fifth base starter for the Eagles in blue and gold, number 1, Mason Sherman.
Mason Sherman starting things off. He'll lead off for the New Diana Eagles.
Yeah, and he's batting a little over 400 on the season, so obviously a guy you want at the top of the lineup, getting on base and getting around, and so Barry's going to try to shut that down. First pitch swinging, grounder to third, and we have our first out. So one pitch, one out, exactly how you want it to start.
Next up to bat, number 8, Justice Hankins.
And now up to bat is the shortstop, number 8, Justice Hankins. And Hankins comes into tonight's game. As the starting shortstop. First pitch is a ball. And Hankins is batting .319 on the season. He swings at the second pitch. Oh, what a grab by Cooper Whitus at shortstop. He elevates and he brings it down. Man, what a play there by Cooper. What a hit. Again, Cooper Whitus is half an inch shorter, and that ball's in the outfield. But a great play by him. Again, all-world shortstop there for the Tatum Eagles. And now batting third, we have the first baseman, number 10, Levi Green. Ball one, high and outside. All right, the windup in the pitch. That one's driven to the second baseman, Hines, who scoops it, gathers, makes the throw to first, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Tatum Eagles. That's the top of the first, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the first inning.
All right, Grant Adcock starting things off for the Tatum Eagles here.
Yeah, normally you can get away with saying Eagles, but not tonight. We're going to have to clarify, right? You got the navy and gold versus the white and green tonight.
Our first pitch. It's ball one.
And Adcock comes in again, hitting about 408 on the season, so another good season he's having this year.
Pitch outside. Roundtree on the mound. He's from the windup. He'll deliver the 2-0 pitch. One hit up the middle. Second baseman comes over, backhands it, throws to first to get him.
Now batting number 21, Cooper White.
Yeah, good play there by Sherman at second. Again, good steady hands, quick relay over to first.
All right, Cooper Wiles will step up.
And Cooper's hitting 409 on the season. Not a bad way to lead off the game with a 408 followed by a 409. That's a powerful 1-2 punch.
Last I saw, Cooper was leading the team in batting average.
Yeah.
Here comes a pitch from Roundtree. That one's fouled away, out of play.
Yeah, last time we were here, last time I was here, it was Brett and I think about 62 foul balls went over to that Little League field there off to the first base side. It was quite the fest for all those young kids chasing balls down the hill all night.
No balls, one strike from Roundtree. Here we go. Inside corner, called strike. Chat with us. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. The chat there. If you haven't yet, subscribe and wait a minute or two and you'll be able to chat with us. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball just outside. Whitus doesn't oblige, so be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that ball looked like it might have been okay in the beginning, and then it fell off the table, and he was good to hold off there.
Yeah, it took a hard left, didn't it? The 1-2 pitch now. Way low outside. Gets behind the catcher.
You know, Roundtree's got a little bit of ability, a little bit like Kanzler, right? A bigger guy.
Yeah.
Looks like, you know, got a power guy.
Here it comes. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss, so Wiles will be retired.
Now batting number 7, Jackson Prince.
So Jackson Prince will step up. Looking to get something going here. So far, it's been a pitching and defensive duel here.
Yeah. And I think you kind of expect that in a lot of ways, right? Between two really good teams, kind of feeling each other out a little bit here and see who can strike first. Ooh, that one was inside.
Off-speed pitch that stayed inside. Didn't take that left turn, did it? So
it didn't that time. I think Prince was waiting on that to happen, and it almost got him.
He turned his back and was ready to take it. Here comes the pitch. Fouls that one away. Good battle here. Again, yeah, chat with us. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. We do plan on bringing the game to you tomorrow, too. Jeremy and I will be back as the Tatum Eagles host Bullard tomorrow in another playoff warm-up game.
Yeah, and both of us are actually from Tyler, just down the road from Bullard, so we might be following those guys in the morning.
Ball hit into foul territory. I thought that one was going to stay fair, but it went foul. And
yeah, three new Diana players made chase for it and dropped harmlessly out of play.
Now the playoff round 1 set for Tatum. They'll be taking on Mineola next week, Friday and Saturday at the campus at the Brook Hill School, a campus that we're familiar with. Jeremy, we cover Brook Hill quite a bit, and so Brook Hill, actually, their baseball team will have a playoff game Monday there.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful field.
Beautiful field.
Well constructed, and much like this one, just a quality surface. Oh, it's bobbled by the third baseman, but he recovers in time.
A good stretch there by the first baseman, so that'll do it. We'll stay tied at 0 going into the top of the second. We'll be back here on NETSN. All right, welcome back, folks and friends. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond here at Eagle Park, bringing you some playoff warm-up action here. Like I was starting to say before the break, Tatum will be taking on Mineola next week in playoff action. Now, as you may know, with playoffs for public school, once it gets to playoffs, the video has to go through NFHS. So a lot of times, though, our group NETSN will be able to provide that. So we're hoping to provide that for the Eagles matchup, Tatum Eagles matchup next week. So stay tuned for that. But
yeah, and you know, UIL is going to put that behind a little bit of a paywall. But again, once you get through that paywall, you get to watch all high school baseball action across the state through NFHS, and so it won't be broadcast on our app, even though we'd love for that to happen. We don't get that right to do that, but we're hoping we at least get to do a few games for Tatum in the meantime, though.
We'll be covering a lot of playoffs. I know we got Keith over in Spring Hill night covering Canton Spring Hill softball. So here comes the pitch by Barry. Beautiful off-speed pitch, swing and a miss.
Yeah, and I think our friends down in the South are covering a game tonight as well. So I think we have a couple softball games and a couple baseball games on our network tonight.
Ball hit sharply to the left side. Out of play. Coach Tubb checking in. So unable to be here, but checking in. Thanks so much, Coach Tubb. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you a good one. Ball misses.
Yeah, so you got pitcher on pitcher here, right? You got 12 on 12.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Nasty.
That was dirty. That was the stinky cheese. Smell it all the way from here. Good pitch there by Barry, so out one.
Yeah, that was filthy. Filthy. Got him there. All right, now the fifth batter for New Diana is the center fielder, Colt McDowell. Here comes the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. That ball is driven to the first baseman. He scoops, gets the handoff, and a tight play, but Barry makes the play on the delivery. So a 3-1 put out for 2 outs.
Sorry, I didn't get to switch that camera. I was working on the receiver right when they made the hit, and I didn't get to switch to that other camera. So sorry about that.
Yeah, and Candace Smith is not your normal first baseman. Most of the time it's downs, but he did a good job there fielding it and got a quick relay over to Barry, who did a good job covering. And now we got the catcher, Bogue. So Keaton Bogue up to plate, up to the bat.
Over to Wallace, throws over to first, gets him. And that'll do it, man. This game's coming right along, so we'll come back for the bottom of inning number 2. We'll be back here on NETSN. All right, welcome back.
Yeah, we're getting serenaded by the Imagine Dragons. My son, my third grader's favorite group.
Well, as you know, you've done enough Tatum games here. There ain't many better PA announcers and DJs than the Sterling Mathis, let me tell you. So.
That's true. He's always got something up his sleeve, something new, something old, something in between, and keeps the fans excited and engaged.
I can hardly bring KO here. He dances the whole time. He's like, dude, we got to broadcast.
You got to get back to work. All right, Bullard, the DH, up to bat here.
So they call him Bull. He'll step up to the plate.
And I imagine the catcher came up and said, hey, he's going to hit the ball really, really far if you let him. Don't let him.
And get ready for the comebacker.
That's right.
Fast.
That's right. It could be coming right at you.
So Bullard in the box.
Yeah,
Roundtree still on the mound.
He's batting .345 on the season. So, again, good stats there for him.
Roundtree doesn't throw. They call time. Bullard didn't like the delay there.
Start, Bull.
you know, it's just that fun, exciting sports time of year. You got hockey playoffs, you got basketball playoffs, you got high school baseball, right? You got the draft going on tonight.
Oh, who did the Cowboys select? You're supposed to be keeping up with that.
I forgot. So the Cowboys selected Donovan Iziraku from Boston College. He's an edge.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's about right.
So, yeah, a guard in the first round and then an edge in the second. And then unless they trade back in, they won't have another pick until the third round.
Yeah, it'll be the third. 77, I think. All right, 1-1. Pitch outside the bull.
Yeah, it's a fun time of year. You know, a lot of these, like we said, a lot of these high school guys get to realize some dreams of making playoffs. You got pros making play, right? It's just that fun time of year where things kind of really matter, and it's crunch time.
Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss for Bull.
Well, he wanted all of that one, too.
He took a juicy cut at it, didn't he? Ball was a little high, a little outside, so Bull lays off of that one.
Go, Bull.
Yeah, I think waiting on that ump's call, he was like, should I? There was a second there where he was like, oh, no, I hope that's not a strike. It was close.
Full count, here we go. Ball hit sharply in the left field. So the Eagles of Tatum have one on the base pads.
Cody, as usual, decked out in his pink. He's got the shin guard, the gloves, the elbow brace. He's got the full armor. He's got the sliding mitt. He's got it all.
All right, so Hines will step up, left-handed batter here for the Eagles of Tatum, and a man on the base pads there.
You've got the third baseman playing a little bit in, maybe protecting for a bunt here. About to step in on the grass.
Kind of safe lead there for Bull. Call time.
Yeah, and I imagine with this lineup, if they do bunt, they're going to go the typical role because you got the first baseman. He's covering. He's not going to go anywhere, so pitcher probably has first base side.
Off-speed pitch just misses.
And the third baseman's got anything on his side of the mound.
He shows bunt, pulls back.
Yeah, and the third baseman was charging hard on that just in case. That's hit through the gap there and between the first and second baseman. Advances the runner, and we have back-to-back singles for the Tatum Eagles.
Now batting number 12, Tristan Berry.
So we went for an inning and a half, no hits, right? And then all of a sudden we got back-to-back singles. That's how the game works sometimes.
Feel free to chat with us. Again, let us know that you're there, who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. Tristan Berry stepping up to the plate. Runners on first and second. No outs here.
Yeah, New Diana would love to get a double play ball here. Berry's going to square for the bunt.
Lays one down, goes foul, though.
That one was hot. That was a hot bunt. He didn't quite get the pull back in time, and it came in with a little bit of speed there and went foul. And he knows it. He said, my bad, coach, my fault. That thing came off like a rocket off that bat. You know, it's tricky, though. It's tricky to bunt with an aluminum bat, right?
Oh, yeah.
It changes. It's a little bit different than wooden bat, and you got to have the right timing on the pullback on that and location and all that.
Roundtree will set. Leg up, pitch delivered, bunt again, pulls back, called ball. And 2 guys on, the most base runners we've seen for either team.
Yeah. Yeah, so Tatum doing what they do, putting the pressure on the team they're playing, right, getting runners in scoring position, and now Barry's job is to drive it home.
He leaves the bunt out, misses it, so called strike.
Yeah, now he's gonna have to swing, right? You're not gonna bunt with 2 strikes, so now he's got to kind of change his approach here and see what he's gonna do.
So Barry about to step back in the box. Throws back to second, Bull's back in plenty of time. He had to go the long route right on that turnaround. So typically a little harder for a right-handed pitcher to get back to that.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad move.
Yeah, no.
But I don't think Bull had a big enough lead to make it matter. But it wasn't. It was a quick enough move. But yeah, he got back in plenty of time. Sometimes you see the guys make a move to second. It's an eternity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you're
right.
like, why do we even try that one? But
Little dribbler hit over to the third baseman. Could be trouble. He does throw the first, gets in, but it does advance both base runners, so not a horrible thing.
no, exactly what you want to do. A little bit different than he had planned on, but a little fielder's choice.
So Henny will step up to the plate.
Yeah, so 2 runners in scoring position here for Hennigan.
Got him to chase a little bit, swing and a miss.
That might have been a little bit of a protection swing there because Bull had quite a lead.
Yeah.
So it may have been more of to distract the catcher and give Bull a chance to get back.
Pitch misses outside. Called time. We'll huddle at the mound.
Talking strategery at the mound there.
Strategery.
A little strategery. Maybe changing up the signs, afraid that that Hines there at second base is picking up on what's coming down, and so want to make sure they can get that clear and keep that from happening.
Well, Hines has such a high baseball IQ, and so he's always studying, listening, watching. Comes the 1-1. Misses. So it should be 2-1. Scoreboard has 2-0, but I think it's 2-1.
Yeah, it is 2-1. That first one he swung out there.
He shows bunt. Way down the first baseline.
Oh, just trickled foul.
Just trickled foul.
Oh, it was well disguised play there, and just inches from being what you want. And a smart play there by the first baseman, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
at that point, you're not getting the run at home. So you just have to hope it's going foul.
Yeah.
And again, he waited it out, and it did. But yeah, we're talking a spin of the ball different of that being a fair ball and a run scored.
Kept thinking it was going to maybe punch the brakes, but it didn't.
You know, that's where maybe the traditional dirt infield that ball might have kicked way
Yeah,
over. You never know,
would.
right? The turf field has a little bit more of a true roll, so you're not going to get as much of that. You're not going to get a weird random kick or whatever, and so
2-2. Called strike 3.
Now batting.
So Tucker Anthony will step up.
Anthony.
Again, this is Jaron and Jeremy with NETSN. We cover schools all over Northeast Texas. If you'd love for us to cover your school, reach out to us. You can reach out to us on any of the socials or go to our website, netsn.live. We love doing it.
Yeah, and if you're a local business that loves to support high school athletics, we'd love for you to join us as well. We've got some packages that you can check out and get a chance to support your favorite team or your favorite sport or all season.
Swing and a miss.
And again, that's part of what makes our app free and these broadcasts free is great sponsors and people that have come on board with us that make it happen. That one's going to get out of play just barely. That almost got. That ended up somewhere in the bullpen. All right, I got a little question for the fans tuning in to get some chatter going. Here's my question for tonight. What is your favorite baseball superstition?
Oh, favorite baseball superstition.
Yeah, favorite baseball superstition. You know, every player kind of has that thing that they might do. And
swing and a miss, so that will retire the side. Hey, we'll talk more about that when we come back. We'll be right back here on NETSN. All right, welcome back. So baseball superstitions, that's where we were. So as Caden Robinson steps up. Good pitch by Barry, called strike. So for me, it's hands down, you never step on the lines as you're running on the field. Never.
Yeah, always a great one.
Ball misses outside.
So mine was uniform related.
Okay.
I did the old
washing.
school 1920s.
Oh, like to
high
the knee?
sock.
Oh, hey,
So I did the high sock. You know, we had the stirrup socks that were high sock. So I was high sock every day. Just cover the knees with my pants, and so that was kind of the thing I did.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think those superstitions make it fun, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's one thing I love about baseball. It's full of that kind of stuff. Pitch misses outside, so that'll bring us to a full.
Yeah, I mean, I had friends that wouldn't wash their game socks. That was pretty atrocious after a few games. But that was, you know, if we were on a winning streak, they didn't wash game socks or.
Ball fouled away. Hey, as many NETSN games we're going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to wash my shirt.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to be busy tomorrow. We got a game here at noon, and then we're headed to Wagstaff and at Tyler Junior College to cover the Azalea All-Star Boys and Girls game in basketball.
That one out of the play.
So a busy weekend, but a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Again, another chance to highlight high school sports and the athletes that do so much for it.
Ball hit into left field. Henny makes the catch, and so he'll be retired.
Next up, number 19, Aiden Hamilton.
Yeah, and so far, New Diana's gone out in order, right? 3 up, 3 down in the first, 3 up, 3 down in the second. And Aiden Hamilton here, the right fielder, is going to look to change that.
And no base runners either, I don't think.
Yeah,
right?
no base runners.
A shot.
What a grab.
Over to Anthony, throws it.
Oh. I'm gonna. That's got to be E3 there.
Yeah,
I think. He's out if he.
So Smith unable to squeeze that one in on a low throw, but what a stop by Anthony and a throw off balance.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he snagged that thing. That was a laser. And I think, like I said, I think that throw's hung on to. He's out by several feet. So, and again, I don't think it was the throw. I think he just missed that catch on the end there. It was a little low, but it was catchable.
A little low, but when you're throwing that off balance like that, right?
Right. So New Diana has their first runner of the game. They're going to try to do what Tatum did last inning and get a couple on.
Shows bunt, goes to the side. So they get the guy in the first base line. They make him run out, but they tag him. But it does advance the runner to second.
Number 1, Mason Sherman.
Yeah, so runner in scoring position for them, and back to the top of the lineup.
And sorry, I had a nice, cool first base camera, but I think I got a little ambitious with my distance. And so it's one of those wireless cameras, and so it
I think
tuckered out
all
on me.
all the brick between
All
here
the brick,
and there.
yeah.
A little interference.
So sorry about that. Hopefully tomorrow we'll come up with some better ideas. All right, so a runner on second, Barry from the stretch. Called strike. Who's that up to bat?
That is Mason Sherman, the leadoff hitter, so he's the second baseman. Again, he's batting over 400 on the season.
Barry looks, he'll deliver. Off speed a little low and outside. Not bad though at all. Not a bad pitch.
No, I think Prent setting himself up outside a little bit before the pitch came. I think threw the umpire off a little bit because that looked like a good pitch.
A ball switch here. And so now New Diana, I believe they're waiting on the winner of Redwater and DeKalb. Now what's interesting is now DeKalb on Tuesday beat Liberty Ilo, who's top 2 team in 3A, who the Eagles would see if they win the first round against Mineola. More than likely, that's who they're going to run up against in round 2.
Yeah.
So with the division splits now, you get some more high-profile games a lot quicker than.
Right. Yeah. It essentially takes a round out, right?
Yeah. So you've got 2 number 1 seeds already meeting, in the second round. Ball hit up the middle. Wyatt comes up, throws.
Can't make the play. Runner's coming home and scores.
So kind of a low throw from Wyatt. It's a one-hopper. Smith blocks it with his body, but it gets away, and so the runner does round third and come in. So New Diana strikes first on the board. Just some plays, kind of uncharacteristic, if you will, of the Eagles.
Yeah, almost. He almost went a little too nonchalant with that, right? Like normally he's ripping it in there, and he almost eased off of it a little bit. And sometimes when you aim, you don't get the throw that you get when you just throw one, right? And again, I think it would have been a close play. He probably would have been out had it not been for the bounce there, and so.
Ball gets away from Prince, so the runner's going.
Yeah, pass ball there. Just got between his feet. It was going slow enough it didn't get to the back wall and get a bounce back, and the runner moves to second.
1 ball, no strikes. Barry from the stretch, he'll fire in. That's a beautiful pitch. Called strike.
You know, and this happens sometimes, right? Like sometimes in these games that are kind of your warm-up games, you know, it's a little different, and sometimes you got to kind of take a second to refocus here. And again, we've seen a few uncharacteristic plays from really probably from both teams.
Oh, yeah.
And so
off-speed pitch, hangs up a little bit. He swings and fouls that one away. The runner was going. So he'll scamper back.
Nice hustle, Liddy!
Chat with us. Let us know you're there, who you're cheering for. Just hit subscribe if you haven't, and you'll be able to chat with us. Called strike. That's a good one. So he'll be retired. So we'll come back here for the bottom of the third. But New Diana does strike first and puts one across. We'll be back here on NETSN. Got another question for our viewers. Favorite ballpark food? Favorite ballpark food? Go ahead and comment on that. That'd be interesting to know. Favorite ballpark food?
oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, man, where to start? What inning? You know, there's somebody to choose from. It's hard to go to a baseball game and not get a hot dog, right? But then you got nachos. Maybe you're a pretzel person, or you got the ice cream in the hat. You know, that's always a hot topic there. And you got your peanuts. I mean, there's so many different things to choose from. Then you got those fun stadium things, right? Like the boomstick at the Rangers ballpark, you know. $26 worth of heartburn and a whole lot of fun.
And let us know how we're doing with the broadcast. If there's something that's happening or how we sound, let us know. We try to quality control the best we can. Now we're getting a little bit of glitching and not completely sure why, but the internet's pretty good. But
yeah, the 9th place hitter here, Caden Tatum's up.
Pitch low inside to him. Called strike inside corner there. Coach Tubbs says +1 to the high socks. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that's right, Coach.
It's not baseball without him, right?
He knows what's about.
He called strike two. Wow. Okay. So the 1-2 here, the Caden Tatum. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, so he'll be retired.
That's the 4th strikeout for Roundtree.
On the game?
Yeah, on the game. He's got 4. So 1 in the first, 2 strikeouts last inning, back-to-back, and then he started this. So he's got 3 straight batters he struck out. But now we're back to the top, and Grant Adcock hitting .408 on the season coming into tonight. He's the second leading, or the second in batting average on the team, behind his teammate, Cooper Whitus, who's batting .409. So they're competing for that top average spot.
Not a bad 1-2 punch. Off-speed pitch comes and sets right in the basket there, called strike one. It's coming across the shoulders and then took a nosedive. Ball low. One on one. The same pitch, off-speed pitch.
He's got that breaking ball working.
Yeah.
It looks like it's coming in right about your elbow, right?
Yeah.
So you almost protect your ribs, and then that thing just scoops right over the plate. He's had great control of that overall. He had that one that stayed inside, but other than that, he's had a lot of good movement on his off-speed stuff tonight.
The 1-2. Fouls that one away. Good battle there by Adcock.
That's where you get that staying alive, right?
Yeah,
you just gotta stay alive here.
Just battle it.
Yeah, battle in, look for a pitch to hit. Anything close, you got to put a bat on it and try to get something that you can drive.
Good out there by Adcock. Really, that's a hard one to lay off of, really, with 2 strikes, but good discipline there by Grant.
Yeah, it's almost more of a sweeper at that point when it's coming in like that. It's coming in on a flat plane. And
a good discipline there, low outside pitch.
it's got the movement a curveball would have, right? But then it's got the sideways move of your slider. So it's that new kind of sweeper look that they've been talking about the last couple of years. And
so here comes the payoff pitch from Roundtree.
Oh, that one was behind him.
That one definitely didn't cut back in, so that went behind Adcock, and so Adcock's on the base pads, and he's a good one to have on the base pads.
Yeah, some speed here at first, and again, your leading hitter as far as average goes up to the bat here, and it's what you want if you're Tatum.
So Wyatt stepping in the box, a man on first.
Tatum! Go, Coop!
Ball misses outside and low. Adcock doesn't go. He had a good jump there.
He did. I think they all thought he was going. Well, if anybody's not able to watch the draft, Shadur Sanders is still available. We are now 29 picks through the draft, and he's not been picked. I think that's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, wow.
But again, it's an interesting. That's why they draft, and they don't go right. All the mocks look different, and you just never know.
He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder, ain't he?
Yeah. Somebody's probably going to get a steal. At this point, this late in the
so,
second, third. I mean, you're taking a chance on a guy that's pretty productive.
Ball hit over the shortstop. He flips it over. They get Adcock, throws errant to not get Whitus. So it'll be
Yeah, 2 outs here in the inning, and then
Next up to bat, number 7, Jackson Prince.
we got an umpire conference while we have. I think they're checking to see maybe if there was interference there by Adcock. That's the only thing I could think of. That's what they're going to call.
Oh, yeah, they're going to call interference.
Yeah, they're going to call interference on the slide there. I don't like that call.
So, yeah, interesting call there. So, hey, we'll take a break, and we'll come back here on NETSN. Welcome back. Here we are after an interesting interference call there. And like I said, I don't know. Maybe he stayed a little up, but I don't know. It's not like he went out of the lane, right? He stayed composed and on the baseline. And
yeah, that's that borderline call. I don't even think it was that borderline. I think, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't agree with the call. I can see what he was calling, but I don't think that it went to the extent that they said it did.
Well, and again, it wasn't called initially. It came after an appeal.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, a great job by the coaching staff over at New Diana to appeal, right? And at least ask. You got to ask the question. If you don't ask, you don't find out. And
well, Coach Martinez has been doing this a long time. He's one of the better baseball coaches in East Texas. Called strike inside corner. Who's up to bat now for the New Diana?
This is Levi Green. He's the first baseman.
So Levi Green, left-handed batter. Called strike two. Good placement there by Barry. Right on the black on the outside.
Yeah, Barry's been pretty efficient. I mean, first inning, 5 pitches, second, 8, and then last inning a little bit more with 19, but still well below. I mean, it's just 32 pitches, right, through 3 innings. That's where you want to be.
Ball misses outside.
We always said anything under about 15 an inning was in a good spot, right? And he's well under that, so.
It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Called strike 3. That was a beauty.
And that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. So he's had 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 to start the 4th.
Inside pitch. He swings and tips it.
Yeah, he jammed him on that one, didn't he? Yeah, so this is Roundtree, the pitcher, so we got a pitcher-on-pitcher battle here. Again, both pitchers have pitched really well tonight.
Yeah. That one's fouled away.
Now the throw to first from Whitus not getting that 3rd out in the inning, caused the run to score, and that's really the only difference in this game.
Yo, 2. That one's fouled away, out of play.
And that's right above us. That's that one where everybody braces because it's going to hit the metal.
Yeah,
and then the announcer has to yell "ow," so everyone ducks again. Some good fun here. You watch 4 or 5 people scatter when he said "ow." Oh, that ball's ripped.
Oh, hit just over the glove of Hines, and he's going to round first, come in. It gets him!
Nails him there. Great tag.
What a throw in from Adcock. Great tag.
I thought he was going to be safe, but man, Whitus did a great job getting that tag down in time. So a single and then a force out at second.
And just a great job. The throw was a little to the right of the bag, and I think there's some extracurricular talks here.
A little bit of trash talk post play. So I think they're just trying to. I think both coaches are like, we're good. Our guys are good.
Yeah, so they're going to have a little talk.
Man, it's like we've swung the other way. Again, we don't want to show bad sportsmanship, but it's almost like if you celebrate something now, it's bad sport, right? Like there's a balance.
And
in
we
there
don't know
somewhere.
what was said, right?
No, we don't. You're right. You're right.
We don't know what was said.
No, but sometimes guys get fired up, and now it's become like, oh, he's showing everybody up, and I wish there was some balance in there. I don't know. Like, it's supposed to be fun. But, again, you don't want to cross the line.
Yeah.
And I think that's the balance here. So I think Coach Russell's going to remind his guys, you know.
Coach Martinez will do the same thing.
Yeah, he came over and said, we don't do that. That's not how we act, right? Both coaches, I think, made that clear.
Yeah, and again, and really, I think this type of game, you know, you want to compete and do well, but you're trying to, you want to help your team, but you're helping the other team. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is a playoff format game for both teams,
yeah,
right?
it should be mutually beneficial here.
Yeah. You know, in New Diana, they'll go D2 in 3A. You know, Tatum's going D1.
Yeah, so they won't have a chance to play each other in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's not going to hurt either one of them, right, to have this matchup tonight. And so
tips away. Now, these two teams have met twice in tournament play earlier in the season. It was a split.
Yeah, again, as we said before, both teams coming in with 19 wins. Both teams have 6 losses. New Diana has a tie.
Yeah.
And again, both teams have 10 wins in the district. So 2 really, really good teams.
Ball hit sharply into right center. That'll hit the gap.
And to the wall.
So they will hold them in at second. Again, hey, that's a quick get in there by Tatum and Adcock. And
yeah, I mean, I thought when that was hit, that might have been 3, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, you had McDowell. You've got your center fielder who's probably got good pace, right? So you almost think he could have, but I think it was smart to hold up there. And with 2 outs, you don't want to be the third out at third, right?
And with a tight game, especially,
Yeah.
right? 1-run game. And
yeah. But again, good piece of hitting there, and both outfielders were playing a little bit in, and that ball was driven in a spot where nobody could get to. And now you have the catcher, Keaton Bode.
throw back to second. Gets back in time. But Barry's got such a quick pickoff. I mean, wherever he's going, he's so fast with it.
Yeah, you can tell he works on it. Again, he's just a sophomore, you know, so a young guy with a lot of maturity in those kind of things. What a breaking
pitch.
ball.
Oh, my goodness. That was pretty. Not just pretty, but purdy.
That was nice.
A purdy one.
Yeah, that just froze up the catcher there and had no chance to swing.
Ball hit into center field. Adcock tracks back. He'll make the play. That'll retire the side. So score remains 1-0 in favor of New Diana. We'll be back here on the best Northeast Texas Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, so we'll have Prince stepping up. So 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Tatum Eagles.
Yeah, and like you said, both pitchers have been really efficient. Roundtree comes into the bottom of the fourth here, having thrown 49 pitches. Barry's through 4 with 44. So both guys in a good spot here. Both of them have plenty of juice left. And
Number 7, Jackson Prince. Here we go.
I think if you're Tatum, you left 3 guys on base. You got to get that number to hold there. And if you get guys on base, you got to get runs in. And they had guys at second and third a couple innings ago and didn't get it, capitalize on it. And so, again, they're going to try to get a guy on and move players around the base pass. That's something they've done well all year. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Just a little high and outside, so 2 balls and a strike here to the catcher, Prince.
Ball misses in.
Yeah, that breaking ball didn't break, did it? That's one of the few he's had that didn't come back across the plate. That's happened twice to Prince. I think he's had both.
Yeah.
Both that have stayed inside on him on an off-speed pitch, and neither one of them got him.
Ball misses outside. Good dive there by Prince, and so they'll have him on the base pad.
Now batting, number 11,
So Bull will step up.
Yeah, just the second walk by there for the new Diana Eagles that they've given up by Roundtree. So he's got 4 strikeouts on the night, 2 walks, and again, he hasn't given up a run yet. Just a couple of hits.
Ball hit sharply.
And that's that tough one, right?
Yeah.
That's that tough one where Prince has kind of got to hold up in case it's caught. And he's kind of got to go, and neither decision's the right one, you know?
Yeah, and so they get Prince at second. And it ended up falling. And
yeah, it looked like the center field had a chance of the play, and he short hopped it. Had plenty of time to throw it to second. Hines was almost going back to tag up because I think he thought it was going to get caught, and then he realized it wasn't and didn't have time to get there.
So Hines at the plate. Ball misses in. So Bulls on first base.
Yeah, you can always recognize Hines again because he's got his pink gloves and pink gear ready.
The 1-0.
Ooh.
Gets past the catcher. Bull scampers to second.
That one almost got Hines. I'm not sure how that missed him.
Hines, a big Adrian Beltre fan. He actually got to meet Beltre a few years ago.
Nice. You know, Adrian Beltre was super superstitious about being touched on the head.
Yeah.
He hated that. That was like his pet peeve, right? That was one of those things you didn't do. And the teammates you could always watch him in the dugout trying to get him.
Called strike.
And I think in fact, his last game, I think a couple of guys ran up and got him, and he just laughed. He just kind of had to laugh it off. But, yeah, Beltre was a great player, a good guy to emulate your game after.
Called time here. High and tight inside. So called ball. 3-1 now the count to Hines. Called time again. So thanks so much for tuning in. We will have the game tomorrow. It's at noon. It was originally at 2. They bumped it up. Prom for Tatum tomorrow night. So
good reason to bump up. Whoa,
oh, that one got him.
Well, and that's the worst, too. Not only did you get plunked, but you got plunked on what would have been ball 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So kind of getting nailed. And then
number 12, Tristan Berry.
So Hines is going to take all the gear off, and again we got a meeting between the pitcher and the catcher here and the umpire, just checking on everything. And so really what putting him on does is puts the double play back in play, right?
Yeah.
With Bull stealing second or getting to second on the wild pitch, it took away the double play, and now it's back in play.
So Barry in the box now. So 2 guys on with just 1 out. Called strike. So yeah, we'll be broadcasting the Azalea Orthopedic Basketball All-Star Game tomorrow. Got, I think, 45 schools represented. Tatum's got a couple of folks. Andrea Bradley playing on the girls' team, and then Ja'Cory Bradley playing on the guys' team. Swinging a miss for Barry, yeah, and a reach.
Yeah, and a super cool event, right? We got a girls' game, and then in between the game, we have a dunk contest and a 3-point shootout, and then the boys' game to follow.
So I think our 3rd or 4th year to broadcast it. And, we always enjoy it. We'll pull out all the stops. We'll have several of us there. And
Yeah, I think what's nice, too, is you got a mix of kids from small schools and big schools, right? You got kids from Legacy and Tyler High. You got kids from Tatum, and you got kids from Martins Mill. You kind of get the full run of basketball here in East Texas. And you got Barry reaching on a swing there. So we have 2 away. And here comes Henny to bat. He struck out in the second, looking. And we got runners on first and second. So Tatum needs a run here to kind of get things back to level. A base hit will get that done. Again, with 2 outs, any contact, both runners are going to be going.
Called strike. Ball misses outside. But yeah, so we'll be here broadcasting here at noon, and then you and I will scamper quickly.
Put the jets on to get back home. Yeah.
Ball gets past the catcher. It was in the turf dirt, and so both runners advance.
Yeah, that's the second wild pitch this inning that's gotten a runner advanced. And this time it puts runners at second and third. So Hennigan's got 2 ducks on the pond. And let's see if he can bring the ducks home.
Again, I know it's a little glitchy. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure why. The internet's looking pretty good and all that. So hopefully it's not too distracting for you guys.
That ball was high and outside. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Henny.
He hits a grounder over to first. He'll make the catch, tag the base. So we'll strand 2 again. And so we'll come back here for the top of the 5th. You're watching high school baseball on the Northeast Texas Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Go ahead and chat with us. Just put hi or go Eagles. You're good either way on that one.
Yeah, specify which Eagles.
Yeah, specify. We like to know that we're not talking to ourselves, and so I mean, we see you're there. We got some little tools that tell us that you're there, but we like to know who you are and who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. So be sure and chat and let us know.
Yeah, and again, we've got a pitcher's duel tonight, right? Just 1 run in the game. Oh, filthy.
I smelled that cheese from here. That was pretty stinky.
And we got the DH up again. That's Robinson. He flied out to left in the 3rd inning.
That pitch misses just outside.
So he's 0 for 1. And
ball misses low. Called strike. Right on the outside black there. Good pitch there by Barry. The 2-2. Hit over the highs. He'll scoop it. He'll fire it. Out's made. Has your deer gotten drafted yet?
that's what I was just going to check. I was going to see. I haven't seen an update. We are through the second round.
Oh,
and
Amos got. Oh man, Amos got taken.
Yeah, by the Commanders. I almost said Redskins.
Don't do that.
Yeah, dangerous. Got to be careful.
Here comes the pitch. Inside pitch, stays inside, ball.
So we are 3 picks into the third round and still no Shadur. Take that for what you will.
Low in the turf dirt. 1-1 or 2-0, sorry. Two-0 pitch. Big pitch, big swing. 2-1 now.
Yeah, he was trying to get all of that one in this.
And who's out to bat?
This is Hamilton, the right fielder.
Knuckle dragger there. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, he doesn't have the typical right field build. He almost has a first baseman's build to him. He's a big guy.
Two from the windup. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away.
That one went into the Little League field there. The last few times we've been here, there's been a couple Little League games going on. Tonight we had a softball game a while ago. So,
yeah, hosting a playoff game.
Oh, he wanted that one and didn't.
That was an off-speed pitch.
Just
yeah.
missed?
Yeah. Yeah. And what's weird is because he's been calling that inside corner. Ball hit sharply, falls for a base hit.
Well, that's tough too, right? You pitch really well, you think you have the strikeout, and then the next pitch they kind of hit a little liner just over the head of your shortstop and in front of your center fielder, and got a runner on. So my sneaky pick, he waited till the third pick of the third round, was Harold Fannin Jr. from Bowling Green. I think that guy in a bowl game had about 7,500 catches in one game. He was everywhere. He was, I think, most of their offense, and he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns in the third round.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Got one out here. Throws back to first. Runner back in time.
He thought he looked too comfortable over there. I would have said he was trying to get him dirty, but, you know, on a turf field, that doesn't work the same anymore.
Ball misses outside. Barry steps off. He's real good about controlling the pace here.
Yeah, this is an important out here with one out here in the top of the fifth. That was closer. And Smith, the first baseman.
Swing and a miss. What a pitch there by Barry. That was a pretty one.
Now batting number 1, Mason Sherman.
Well, that brings him up to 4 strikeouts for the game. Yeah, here with 2 outs, now you get to focus on the hitter. Oh, just missed there by
gets
Adcock.
away from Adcock. Good dive, good effort there. And just out of reach.
Next up to bat, number 8, Justin Hankins.
So there'll be a runner on third base now and first, so runners on the corner.
Yeah, and that's the second batter that Barry's kind of jammed, and they've just got enough of it to get it over short, right? And into center field, and Adcock almost came up with that play there.
Adcock covered a lot of ground. He's the one that made that catch in White Oak When I was running out going to adjust the camera, he hit the center field fence, and oh my goodness, it scared me.
Yeah, you got your shortstop here, Hankins, up.
Swings and misses on his first one. The 0-1 pitch comes in from Barry. Off speed, gets a little too far out, and so called ball 1. So 1-1. Off speed pitch. They don't oblige it on the inside on that one either. So
all of a sudden, the inside corner of that plate has gone cold.
Yeah, we've left it. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Shows bunt. Steps off.
Gets away.
So they throw back to second. They can't squeeze the throw, and so a runner will come in.
Yeah, I think that hesitation there when Barry double clutched there kept it. It would have been a sure out had he thrown it right away, and he kind of hesitated and forgot there were 2 outs. And
so 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouled away. So they'll even this up at 2-2. Called time. Runner's going. It gets away from Prince, but runner will stay at third.
yeah, full count here with 2 outs.
Payoff pitch. Called strike. There we go. That'll retire him. All right, so the New Diana does put 1 more across the board. They lead 2-0, but we'll be back here for the bottom of the 5th. 5 inning stretch time here at Eagle Park. We'll be back here on NETSN. All right, so welcome back. Tucker Anthony will look to get things started here, get something going for the Tatum Eagles as they trail by 2 runs in this playoff warm-up game. A match of the Eagles as the Eagles of New Diana travel over here to Tatum. This game originally supposed to be in New Diana, but I think field conditions is what moved it over here. That one's fouled away by Anthony. Yeah, I believe that was Timpson and Hemphill on the softball field earlier, playoff game. The 0-1. That one's fouled away. Kind of an interesting location for a Timpson and Hemphill. They both travel north.
Yeah, and interesting.
Well, I think part of that's turf, right?
Yeah, I think turf it comes into play, and maybe one of those coin flip, like nobody alternate location. Nobody could agree on each proposal. And, but it's a beautiful facility over there as well.
That one's fouled away. So big battle here by Tucker. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 5th. Ball hit sharply in the left field, just between the shortstop and third baseman. Someone.
Now batting number 16, Tatum.
All right. Yeah, so coming up to bat here is Caden Tatum, the 9th hitter. So he steps up with a runner on first, no outs here, bottom of the 5th inning. That ball is low in the dirt, or as Jaron says, the turf dirt. So 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Tatum struck out in the 3rd inning, so he's 0 for 1 on the night. Again, he's got a runner on first, and Anthony, the 3rd baseman, no outs here. 1-1 count, and they're down 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's in the stretch, and he comes home. That one's fouled over the Tatum dugout and out of play. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. After a quick meeting on the mound, we're going to reset here.
CT, stay alive. Let's go, kid.
So Caden steps back into the box. Pitcher gets his signal, checks the runner over at first, comes set, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss, struck him out. All right, so 1 away, and we're back to the top of the order with Grant Adcock. And it looks like coach is coming out here to the mound, maybe have a pitching change or at least a conference.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably I'm sure he's on the pitch count.
Yeah, with playoffs coming, you don't want to run somebody out here too long, and maybe just checking to see how he's feeling.
Yeah.
Again, coming to this inning, he was at 68 pitches through 4. And then Barry is at 67 pitches through 5.
Looks like Roundtree's going to stay.
Yeah, he convinced coach he was good to go.
All right, so here comes Grant Adcock, top of the lineup. 1 out, nobody on. Chat with us. Let us know you're there. We'd love to know it. Low in the turf dirt. Runner stays put. Sorry, that was Anthony is on. I said nobody on, but Anthony is on the base pads. He had that single at the very top of the inning. 1 ball, no strike.
Well, that one gets away.
So Anthony easily scampers to second.
We had a few wild pitches in the last couple innings. That's his 3rd one in the last 2 innings, and Coach, I think, has decided he's ready to make a change.
Yeah, so I think we will see a change here. All right, so yeah, as they make the change, we'll take a break as the new pitcher warms up, and we'll inform you on who that is and what happens here defensively. So we'll be back on the best sports network in Northeast Texas, NETSN. We'll be right back. All right, so we had some switcheroos.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It was the full meal deal. So coming into pitch was the excuse, I'm just went blank. I'm so sorry. Hold on, I got this. Justice Hankins, the shortstop, came into pitch. The center fielder McDowell came into shortstop. Black came in to play left field, and then the left fielder Melton went to center field. I think that's it. that's not too much, is it? I think that's all right. So.
We've got someone, Ryan Leos, cheering from Victoria for Cody Hines. Thanks so much for tuning in. Called strike. And Mrs. Coach Tubbs, she's saying, hi, hey, I'm cheering for the Eagles for sure tonight.
That's
I
right.
sure am. Y'all know, I've been around Tatum for a while. I love me some Tatum Eagles. Y'all know that. The rest of the NETSN crew will give me a hard time sometimes. Because I have a tendency to homer a little bit. You know, that's okay. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I think it's hard not to, right, when you spend so much time with these guys.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, you get to know kids. And
oh, for sure. 3's in center, number 3. Who's that? Called time.
that's Melton. So Melton is definitely a center
right.
fielder.
Yes.
And then we were right about Black. Andrew Black is in left field. So I think we got all the changes. The new Diana numbers are a little bit more difficult to read than the Tatum numbers are, but we got all that down.
Ball hit sharply out of play, though, on the right side of the right field line. Hey, we've got a pinch runner coming in, or it came in, Aldo Espinoza. Put some speed on the base pads there, and so he's on second. A great viewership tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah, we do appreciate that. Again, we love doing what we do, and it's nice to get to share all that with you.
Ball misses, so we got 2 guys on now. And again, just a little more about us. We cover all sorts of schools and teams here in Northeast Texas, and gearing up for a big football season this fall, and I know we've got some new schools, not ready quite to release those yet, still working on some things, but got some new schools that we'll be covering, and excited about that.
Yeah, we get to cover football, basketball, boys and girls, and we get to do some softball, some baseball, and we're always open to other ideas as well.
And we've got some NETSN guys. We've done some volleyball and some soccer.
Yeah. And again, our hope and our goal is to highlight the amazing talent here we have in East Texas, and
absolutely,
get to be a blessing to families that may be on the road and live in other states that may not get to come to their kids' games or grandkids' games, and they get to check in and watch that over the internet, and just something that wasn't around when we were younger, but is a cool thing that is available now.
And do it for free.
Yeah.
I mean, not many places. There's some other ways to do this, but it's typically not free. So 1-0. Wise jams up a little bit on that one, so tips it away. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. We're on Shadura watch. Are we still nothing?
We are nothing.
Oh my goodness.
So 10 picks into the 3rd round and no Shadura. It's the 49ers pick, and then right behind them are the Cowboys.
Dude, just do it, Dallas. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, we gave you Trey. I'm a 49ers fan, I will confess. Grew up in Kansas.
Oh, that's right.
And so I'm the guy that kind of picked then. I can't help it. It's what it is. I know. I guess I'm getting some looks over here. I'm okay with it. I'm used to it. I was the only guy on the flight to Miami a couple years ago when it was Chiefs and Niners. It was quite a good flight on the way in and not so much fun on the way back. I got lots of condolences, pats on the way by, and shakes of the head. But, 5 Super Bowl rings, I'm okay.
Hey, so I had a countdown the other day of the biggest draft bust. The Trey Lance draft bust was like rated number 4.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was a terrible pick. I was kind of intrigued by it in the beginning, but I thought we gave up way too much, and now I'm 100% convinced we did. I think it set us back in the kind of this year having to reset, and I think it was forced by the fact that we gave up 3 first-round picks to make that poor trade happen. But then we offloaded him to Dallas, and so, it's an interesting, the draft is interesting. All that stuff is interesting. I've got a young man I coached in middle school who's he was a rookie last year for the Los Angeles Rams. Ended up starting at center, which was pretty cool to watch.
Who's that?
His name is Bo Limmer. He played out at Arkansas. He was a tackle at Legacy. Moved to guard at Arkansas, and then stepped in for the Rams and played center for them most of the year, which is a pretty tough job to begin with. And then for a guy that didn't really play it in college, and then to do it as a rookie in the NFL is pretty impressive. So
payoff pitch. Ooh, gets Cooper. That's the second walk on a hit by pitch on the 4th pitch.
Yeah, and as they like to say, the sacks are jacked.
So Jackson Prince will come up with the bases juiced and
so
no outs. So this is your, or 1 out. Sorry, this is your chance.
Hey,
so.
the Cowboys are on the clock. If you're not able to tune in, we'll try to give you that pick.
Shadura it up. Do it. Do it.
It would be the Jerryest of Jerry things. Jerry would be so excited right now.
He'd be locking Will and Steven and Brian in the closet.
Yeah, and pushing the button.
One's fouled away.
Yeah, Jackson Prince up to bat. Jackson grounded out in the 1st, then got walked in the 4th, and was out on a fielder's choice in that same inning.
So no balls, 1 strike. Here you go, bases loaded. Fouled away.
Again, here, I think the thing you don't want to do is ground out, right? If you're gonna hit the ball, you want to put it in the outfield. All right, so the Cowboys pick Siobhan Ravel Jr. from East Carolina.
That's good. That's a good pick for them.
So a corner off the board.
Swing and a miss. He's been hurt, but he's a super talented guy. All right, Cole Bullard will step up.
Yeah, and the thing with the Shadura watch, we're kind of joking about that. But the reality is not a lot of teams that need a quarterback are around. And this is not, I mean, other than Cam Worth, it's not really a sure,
Right.
you know, a sure quarterback in this draft. And so, ball. All right, so 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Caught the black. So 1-1. Again, bases are loaded with 2 outs here. So runners are going to go on contact, and Cole would love nothing more than to put the ball in the outfield in play and let the boys run. That ball's high and outside. Almost got away. Great grab there by the catcher. So again, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-0 lead here for the new Diana Eagles. Called strike on the outside. All right, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Get those dice rolling. Deuces are wild here. Again, bottom of the 5th. Ball's high, and we're at a full count.
Full count here.
Yeah. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. I mean, that's all the stuff. Again, a 2-0 game. A base hit here should score 2.
Swing and a miss. All right, so they'll strand 3. Sides retired. We'll come back for the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and that's the relief pitcher's job, right? 2 strikeouts in the inning there, and leave the runner, the bases loaded.
All right, we'll be right back here on NETSN. Welcome back, folks and friends. Jeremy Peoples, Jeremy Diamond with NETSN. Thanks for tuning in. Ball misses on the outside. Reminder that we're going to go
Actually,
home.
I think he called that a strike.
Oh.
He went back to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
He
back
found
alive
it again.
Yeah.
Found it. Ball fouled away.
Hot shot over the top.
Just a reminder that we'll go home, sleep a few hours, and be back here
That's right.
tomorrow morning.
That's right. Make that a little bit over an hour drive for us, and then do it again in the morning.
Yeah. The 0-2 pitch. Scoots up behind, throws, gets him. Wow, that was a great play, great effort there by Hines. I think got stuck in his glove a little bit.
Yeah, got it off just in time to get the out.
Now batting number 6, Andrew Black.
So Andrew Black, who had came in the game when that pitching change happened, he'll step in.
Yes, again, he comes in for Roundtree and takes his spot in the order.
Pitch misses inside. Called strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch. Oh, breaking ball.
Nasty.
It stopped about 3/4 of the way, had a pig neck, then came in and took a nosedive.
And that was pretty filthy.
Ball fouled away.
Yeah, both starting pitchers had good off-speed stuff, good movement on it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Barry delivers in the turf dirt. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. A little low. Full count here. Nobody on, 1 out. Called strike 3. Good put out pitch here by Barry.
Next up to bat, number 4, Colt McDowell.
That's his 6th strikeout of the game. So, again, another good pitching performance by Barry. Despite 2 runs given up, it's really, he's been effective all night.
I don't know that those were earned, right?
No, I think only one of them was. Actually, I don't think any of them were. Let me take that back.
1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, so neither run was earned.
Called strike. Good pitch here by Barry. The 1-1. That one's fouled.
It's over there by the bullpen.
Guys bat around quick on that one.
Yeah, Barry took a little off that, and his swing was a little ahead.
A fastball here on the outside. Let's see. A little high. That's what he did. Just.
All right, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Over to Smith. He's going to keep it. He'll touch the bag. That will retire him. So that'll do it. We'll come in for the bottom of the 6th. The Tatum Eagles still trail by 2 runs to the New Diana Eagles. We'll be right back here on NETSN. All right, here we go for the top of the 6th inning. So Cody Hines, junior second baseman, looking to get things started for Tatum here.
Yeah, and Barry through the top of the 6th has thrown 82 pitches. And again, this is the reliever, the original shortstop, Hankins.
Hits a comebacker right to the third baseman. Couldn't even switch my camera angle quick enough for that. So
that's a tough one. He had a good rip on it. The third baseman was just in a good spot. He was playing it on the grass or on the turf a little bit. The green turf, a step or two, and the ball got lined right to him. But again, good contact on it.
17, Brody Downs.
So Brody Downs, who's come in the game.
And he's batting in place of Barry.
All right, here we go. So downs now in the game. Hits one. First baseman will snag it, touch the bag, and he'll be retired.
2 quick outs there.
Now batting number 8.
So Henney will step up to the bag. So Dustin Hennigan stepping in.
You know, we were talking about sponsorships earlier. You know, we'd love to do a home run sponsorship, a stolen base, right? Anything like that. If you're interested in that, that's always fun to promote your business and support a high school athletic team. So if you're interested in something like that, we'd love to make you a part of the team.
The 0-1. Well, in the turf dirt, and especially coming up for the coming up school year, you know, with obviously with football and this being Texas, that gets, we got great viewership in football season, but that continues through the other sports as well. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Henney.
Yeah, and it's sales at NETSN.live, and let us know what you're interested in looking at, and we'd love to get you connected with a high school team of your choice or a sport of your choice, and again, allow us to bring that broadcast to the viewers in your area.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Henney will be retired, and they'll retire the side. And so we'll come back for the top of inning number 7 as I think the best baseball song, one of the best baseball songs, top 3. Just coming on here, the PA. We'll be back here on NETSN. Welcome back, folks. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond. Here in
Tatum,
Eagle Park.
Texas, right? Tatum, Texas, beautiful ballpark. Last inning here. Barry back on the mound. And the catcher, Bogue, up to bat. First pitch a little bit high, ball 1. Yeah, again, it's been a beautiful night here. Beautiful ballpark. Great game. Really a pitcher's duel. Again, both runs scored by New Diana were unearned runs.
Ball hit high center field. Adcock comes, makes the play. He's a vacuum out there. 1 out.
Next up to bat, number 17, Tatum Robinson.
So Robinson will step up.
Yeah, again, a lefty. The big lefty here. He flied out to left and grounded out to second in his 2 plate appearances so far, so he's 0 for 2 on the night.
Pitch misses inside.
Barry had his number both times before. Would like to do it a 3rd time and keep this game at 2-0 and give his team a chance to come back in the bottom of the 7th.
The 1-0. Called strike. Similar spot.
Yeah.
The 1-1.
But it's almost like it has a magic 8 ball back there. Is it a strike? Maybe.
Over to Hines, scoops, fires, gets him.
So again, 2nd time grounded out to second. It's 2 outs.
Now batting, number 19, Aiden
Vincent Leo says, let's go, Hans. 3 up, 3 down. Watching it all the way from Victoria, Texas. Come on, number 22. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for tuning
really
in.
Appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, and again, I think it's awesome, right? We get viewers from all over the states. Some of our broadcasts have even been viewed internationally, right?
Yeah, we are the ESPN of Finland, by the way. We got a big Finland viewership.
Yeah, it's such a cool opportunity, again, just to get to do that.
Called strike. One of the schools we cover is an international boarding school, so that's why we get some views from.
Yeah, we had some Venezuela this year. I think some Poland and.
His ball hit high into left field, should be foul. Hennigan's coming over, makes the awesome sliding diving catch. I think it was out of our camera angle because it was so far close to the fence there. But what a play by Annie. And that will retire the side, so the Eagles will get to come here in the bottom of the 7th and see what they can do here to take this game. We'll be back here on NETSN. All right, here we are, bottom of the 7th. It's Tucker Anthony, who got a single last time up, will look to repeat.
Yeah, and again, you've got
leading off the bottom of the 7th, number 5.
You got who started as a shortstop, Hankins. He's coming in for his 3rd inning of work. He's pitched 1.2 innings. So coming in, he's got 3 strikeouts for the 5 outs that he's taken a part of.
Here comes the pitch. Ball misses.
Yeah, and again, this, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if Tatum comes back and wins this. They've kind of been the cardiac kids, right? It wouldn't be surprising.
They're a scrappy bunch, they are.
You know, I think the fans would be surprised if they didn't, right? I mean, it's almost that expectation because they've done that so much.
That one's fouled away. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
The Steelers just picked, and guess who they did not pick?
That is crazy.
I know. They've 3 rounds, and they haven't picked a quarterback. They must be convinced that Aaron Rodgers is coming. That's the only thing I can think of. But how ironic if he said no.
Oh, my gosh. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I would not want to be the GM.
Ball misses high, so tying run at the plate now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do if you're Tucker Anthony, right? Make him pitch to you if he doesn't get on first, and then now your job is to move around.
So we'll see if
I'm going to call bunt here.
Yeah. I mean, that's
right. Your 9th place hitter. You're down 2 runs,
well,
no outs.
Caden's good at it.
And I was going to say he can put the bunt down. He's even good enough. He can oftentimes get to base, right? He might even get to first.
For sure.
So
ball gets low.
Doesn't even have to.
So now you have an open base at first as Anthony scampers on that pass ball.
You know, that's been the only weakness tonight, really, for New Diana. They've had 4 or 5 either wild pitches or pass balls.
Yeah.
And, again, Tatum hasn't yet capitalized on it, but they've got a chance here. Again, runner on second, nobody out. We'll see what happens. You know, I might bunt him here too. Get that runner to 3rd.
Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second. Ball misses. They may just be making him throw a strike, you know.
Yeah. Again, make him prove it, right? I mean, pressure's on here. Make him pitch the pitch you want to hit.
One's fouled away. Ball's a little high inside, but took the cut at it. A little floater, foul.
Oh, almost had a collision of 3 players there, and the ball lands safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitcher actually had the best angle at it, and then the catcher came sliding in and kind of knocked him off a little bit. And
All right, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caden Tatum, a member of that state championship Eagles basketball team. Again, they'll be represented by Ja'Cory Bradley tomorrow at the Azalea Orthopedic All-Star Game, which we'll be broadcasting. Two-two pitch, getting ready to come in. That one's fouled away again. So good battle here by CT.
That one stayed close enough that might have got somebody.
Good battle here by Tatum. He represents a tying run, no outs here.
And again, you want to get on base here and keep the train moving.
Yeah, top of the lineup coming. Ball hit high. Center fielder makes the catch. And so Tatum's retired. Got a lot of bat on the ball, just got under it a little bit.
Yeah, that ball was up there a long time. The center fielder almost misran it, right?
Yeah.
He had so much time.
He kind of had to take the scenic route, you know?
Yeah. He had to move in and then backpedal and reset.
All right, so Cooper White is stepping up.
Adcock.
I'm sorry, Grant Adcock.
The other blonde.
I got ahead one spot in the lineup.
No, you're good. Yeah, so Grant Adcock coming in. He's gotten on base twice tonight.
High tied inside. Ball one.
And we're East Texas, so I'm sure there's some Chiefs fans. They just picked Noel Williams, the corner out of California. They traded up into the 21st pick in the 3rd round to do that.
All right, 1 ball, no strikes here to Adcock. Called strike. We'll even this up at 1-1. Thanks to all our viewers tonight. It's been great. And again, we'll be broadcasting tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, new link, but again, found on YouTube and on our app.
1-1. Ball's low. Good discipline there by Adcock.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, with Hankins here, the longer he stares at second, that pitch tends to drift. You know, you almost just want him to focus on the guy at the plate if you're New Diana, right? If you're an Eagles fan from New Diana area.
Called strike.
Let's go!
He's got an interesting. He kind of kicks toward the 3rd baseline on that pitch and comes around. Kind of an interesting move home there. Kind of a lower arm angle.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. The man on second. That's Anthony. Hit up the middle. Gets past the second baseman. Anthony will stay put.
Now batting number 21, Cooper White.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony had slowed down before Coach gave the whoa signal. I think Coach was wanting to send him, but his momentum had kind of shut down at that point.
I think Anthony kind of pulled off the gas a little bit.
I think he thought the second baseman actually made the play.
Yeah.
And so I think he was holding up because I think he thought the second baseman made it because the second baseman just missed that. That was between body and glove by inches. But again, another guy you want to have up, and Cooper White is here. Runners at 1st and 3rd with just 1 out. And a little meeting of the minds. Talking some strategery on both ends, trying to figure out what we're doing here, what are we looking for.
Mrs. Coach Tubbs said, tell the field ump to move. They can't see the catcher, sorry. Yeah. When we're setting up the camera, we don't exactly know where he's going to stand. So.
Yeah, they some of them stand directly behind, some stand to the inside. Yeah, I guess we probably should have asked beforehand to find out. And
he's kind of off now, so we're doing pretty good now. All right, here we go. So Cooper White coming up after a little bit of a powwow by Coach Russell and company. And
yeah, takes a big deep breath and gets a couple practice swings in, and here we go.
Again, yeah, just a warm-up game, but again, it's a good way to go into the playoffs with some momentum. You've got to see some good stuff tonight. You're playing a very good New Diana team, and ball misses high.
And again, both teams have acquitted themselves well, right? I mean, it's been a good game.
Yeah.
I think there's things on both sides that both coaches want to sharpen up before the playoffs start, but all in all, it's been a competitive game, and again, it's coming down to the wire.
Again, New Diana looks to face Redwater or DCAP. I'm not sure where that game has ended up. Ball misses high. And then Tatum taking on Mineola on the campus of the Brook Hill School next Friday and Saturday, and then we're hoping to broadcast. We got to go through some NFHS hoops and all that, but hoping to do that.
Yeah, it's a quick jog for us to that ballpark.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
One that we're familiar with. 2-0. Call time. You know, they're at the campus right there by the baseball field. They've got that undercover practice training facility, and there's a deck there, and we're hoping maybe put a camera up there.
A little bird's eye cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool place if you haven't been, and a great ballpark. And
ball missed outside, so 3-0 to Whitus, and so.
Man, I mean, if I'm New Diana, I'm probably walking in here, right? I might just go ahead and get it done and load the bases and take my chances with Prince. Not that that's much easier,
no,
but
not really.
But
called strike. Three and one. The zone's been a little.
Yeah, it's been
bouncing around a little
amoebic. It's been a moving target. A little here, a little there. That one's not.
So ball 4 to Whitus.
Yeah, so 2 walks in the inning and a single, and we have bases loaded. And here's the catcher.
So the Prince steps up.
You know, this is Brett's favorite walk-up song. You know, a little WWE throwback. Here comes the money.
Oh, that's what KO does too. He goes crazy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brett's watching some theatrics tonight, or y'all call it wrestling.
I think, maybe wrestling.
Wrestling. Yeah, I think he took the trip over to.
Yeah, I think he took the whole family too.
Takedown or
Dickey's Arena to SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah, he's checking out SmackDown at Dickey's Arena there in Fort Worth.
Ball misses high, 2-0.
Yeah, my son was mad that we didn't get tickets. He's been asking to go for the last couple times, and so I guess I'm gonna have to make that trip with him. He's kind of gotten into it. It's fun to watch it through your kids' eyes because they don't understand, especially with a third grade. He doesn't understand all the magic yet, and so for him, it's real life, right?
Called strike.
And
if I want to watch something scripted, I'll just watch a movie. You know.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, I was into it as a kid too.
I still enjoy it. It's storytelling. You know, it has all the. There's still bumps. You get hit with a chair, it still hurts, even if you know it's coming.
That one's fouled away.
Big bounce off the concrete.
And we'll use this as a plug. So we have a lot of folks with under our NETSN umbrella and team, and so we have a wrestling podcast that they do called Off the Ropes.
Yeah.
You got Brandon Ogden from the Tyler Paper, KO from KLTV, Matt Diggs, Professor Diggs from DFW area, Brett. They'll all be on that. Coach Hubbard from Brook Hill.
That's a lot of fun to listen to. They're a bunch of guys that, again, just love
it. Yeah.
Love to have fun and love that, just talking about that kind of stuff. And again, that's what we want to do, right? We want to bring a variety of things to East Texas and beyond. And
they've never asked me to be on it. I don't know why. Payoff pitch.
I'm still waiting for my invite. So.
All right, here we go. So one run comes in. Coach Martinez not coming in. So
he's going to trust his shortstop turned pitcher to finish this game. And you got Bull.
Yeah, so one out. And Colt Bullard steps up, bases loaded.
Now, Bullard's a big swing. He's not the fastest guy, so the double play is potentially in play if he hits a ground ball. But if he gets a hold of a ball, it might go a long way. It may not come down for a minute, and you got a chance for a tag up and a score here.
Ball misses low outside, ball 1.
So if you're New Diana, you're hoping for a ground ball. And if you're Tatum, you want a fly ball.
Kind of tied inside. Catcher coming out, give a little pep talk.
Now, Coach Russell giving some encouragement and some reminders to his runners on base. Again, just 1 out. But with the bases loaded, you got to move on contact on the ground for sure. And then anything in the air, you got, third base is going to tag. First and second is probably going to take a little bit of a secondary lead and see what happens. And again, this is where you expect the crowd to jump in, right?
Oh, yeah.
You want your crowd here hyping them up, and here they come.
Called strike.
Caught the outside of the black on that one.
So 2-1 to count to Bull.
Oh. That was inside, and I guess got some of the black.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you got to protect here, right? But you also don't want a ground ball, so it's kind of that weird.
Swing and a miss, so he's retired. All right, so Cody Hines stepping up with 2 outs.
And Hankins has 5 strikeouts since he came in relief.
Does he really?
No, 4, excuse me. He's got 4 since he came in relief. He finished off the 5th with 2, got 1 in the 6th, and now 1 in the 7th.
Ball missed high, but he's got some walks, too.
Yeah, so he's kind of been inconsistent. Gotten the pitches when he's needed them. But again, all it takes here is a single, and it could be game over.
Ball misses outside.
And especially with 2 outs, right? Runners are going to go on contact, and so anything into the outfield on the ground, it should score 2.
Ball hit. And go, they throw. They get him. So that will do it. So a final here at Eagle Park, and what ended up being an exciting game as the Tatum Eagles fall to the New Diana Eagles by a score of 2-1. Again, we'll be here tomorrow as the Bullard Panthers make the drive over to take on Tatum here in another playoff warm-up game. So thanks so much for tuning in. For Jeremy Diamond, Jaron Peoples, and the crew at NETSN, have a good night.